before that Rift Herald play.
But why? Why? Call me crazy. Call me whatever you want. But why? Why are they even doing this? They should just use these globals to fuck the Jace's game harder and harder and harder.
There's just no real follow-up.
I don't mind Cassante being 5-0 this game. I feel like he just goes heavy MR, you have double mage, Cassante's ahead, you don't have any tank killing, and you just break side lane towers wherever Jace is. Like, Jace lost his flash 1v1 to the Cassante. Just keep doubling down. Who cares about this Herald? Just double down on the Cassante more and more and more and more, and just keep going on Dragons. Why have they used 2 sets of globals to fail plays on caps? Why aren't they just punishing the Jace? Oh, now we're gonna go on the Jace. Now we just tried twice on caps and it didn't work, and now we're gonna start taking our free kills. Now we're gonna start playing the game the right way. I don't get it. Why didn't they just do this for the last 20 minutes straight? They've used 4 ults, and 2 of them have been on the Jace. Just put them all on Jace. I don't fucking care. And now they're just so late to the play.
A ton of vision on the bottom side for G2 as well. So the only place that Relech could be is on that top side. He tries to clear the ward against
and this is just a 1v0 lane, and then you have Shenel to cover the weak side if you don't need to use it on the dive. And then you just keep clearing waves. And the Cassante gets more and more and more and more and more and more and more ahead. And then he's unkillable. Like Victor Ziggs just can't kill him. Navi's playing the game correctly. Oh my god, Alistar covered this dive though, watch out. Watch out. Oh, it still works because you have double global.
You have double global and they have a chase. It's almost like if we click on the lane, we get free kills and free towers, and now we're winning the game. We could have done this from the start. And Labrov is inting. Thank you for the kill. Oh, what a surprise. We're playing the game the way the game's supposed to be played, and now we're winning.
Play from NAVI. I didn't think they'd be able to find that counterplay on the cross map, but they managed to get it. The dive is great. Mainter using all that tankiness he's built up in the early stages, and it looks perfect. Mainter underneath the tower, he's got Relech to
Why do you hate Navi? I don't hate Navi. I never said that.
This tower aggro, they're going to be perfect.
I just think they could be way further ahead if they just did this from a way earlier point.
But with the TP, thanks to that Shen, the shield, enough, the taunt, great. And Navi.
Wait, is BB Jetto for Jetto?
As G2 just don't have a response.
Oh, well.
And then it just transferred to
who'd have thought? Not me.
NAVI back in a gold swing.
Now, the beautiful thing is, 2 things. 1, Jace is now going to overgroup because he has no flash and he knows he's one shot on side lane all the time. And 2, I really think Navi is NPC co-streaming. They should just have Cassante deep pushing waves. They're looking for teamfights. I think they should not look for teamfights. I think they should just keep Cassante on side lane. It sounds silly, but I think it's the best way to play the game. Now we're grouping for fun. He has TP, a couple TP wards behind. If G2's funny, we can fight. What is Mike Cassante doing? He's just running around in circles. Push till die on Cassante. Nocturne ult ready. Shen ult ready. Double TP ready. You are an Elden Ring raid boss with 4 globals on your team. Go. Go in. Attack. Put pressure on the map.
Baron doing quite a lot of work here. NAVI running in, True Shot Barrage on the tags, Caps Mainter getting trickled down.
Mainter needs a Shen. Oh my god, he missed his taunt flash.
Jumps in, 3 man, I see 4 stun Mainter getting into the back line with the True.
Easy kill. It's GG. G2's gonna win this game. G2's gonna win this game. G2's, I've seen enough. G2's gonna win this game.
G2 got the pick. Baron will halt, everyone will chill, but it's 1 for G2.
G2 managed to kite it out. NAVI just not quite having the follow-up damage that they would have liked to on that.
They don't have Nocturne ult, they don't Shen ult. Syndra's can't get in range for the Syndra ult. Oh, the Ziggs W from Hans was crazy.
It's on to Broken Blade. Mainter isolated.
The Ziggs W was crazy. Actually insane.
Buying space from the rest of the Navi to follow up. Poby not in a position
taunt flash was rocket belted.
Not in a position to do much more.
Where will he find it? 3.6k. Baron's held on to.
Stealable.
Trying to find his mark.
Oh, great combo from Labrov.
It's no steal. It's secured. G2 finally getting ejected. Mainter's deep yet again. Bob back.
Mainter's gonna die.
Separates himself.
He gets a Shen ult though. Caps has no flash. Still dead. Yeah, I think Navi blundered this game a bit. I think they had good options, but when you're in a game like this, where the enemy team comp wants to group and poke you, you need to force them into a mistake. You can't just look at them and trade vision. And I know it's unconventional to do this, but Cassante has to pressure side lanes. Because then either A, G2 give up J spaces and you can dive Jace or threaten side lane, or B, G2 have to do Baron to force your TP. And then you can like slowly poke them with Ezreal, see if they get it low, Nocturne ult, TP behind them, and then maybe you get a good play, you know.
The damage on the Broken Blade won't be enough. 5 members of G2 stand strong. What a way to end.
I think that's the problem. Na'Vi just called G2's game plan, and you just lose if you put your comp into their comp by just looking at each other. That's the best thing G2's comp does, is it just groups 5v5s and pokes you.
Para's trying to buy time with the wave, but he's only a stat behind someone to pick up kill number 7. It's G2 in 37 minutes.
Like we can look at it, you know. Like they had one timing where the game was in a really good spot, I think. Na'Vi actually had like a spot in the game where they actually started playing on sides and they got good leads on sides and they dove top tier 2 and they took top tier 2. Here, this was great. This is exactly how their comp should work. Now, I would love it if 2 things happen. 1, they don't open bot with Cassante here. I think Cassante should be very happy and feel a little bit uncomfortable this game to go... Oh, there's an interview.
Game to win though.
I mean, I think it is by the nature of the draft, honestly. I don't necessarily think we played bad. Obviously, like we had like some moments and like we died a bit on like on top, but I think like with like Nocturne, they actually have the pressure to kill us on side, and we don't necessarily have like the best like side champs. So yeah.
You made it
Exactly.
in the end. A win is a win. I'm gonna
He's
let you
exactly
join
right.
your
Skewmon
team,
just
and
pointed out the draft.
actually, I'm gonna work with you, and G2 came in
It's
swag. The coaches came in swag
it's how
as
the game
well.
works, and they don't have any
And
agency on
yeah,
side.
G2 as always.
They have no agency on side. Skewmon's completely correct. That's why you need to push sides. Like Cassante here should be top, pushing top, and if they want to enter here G2 and try and siege, that's okay. You should be ready to push and have TP wards behind them. The whole way that Navi's game works is Cassante sits on side, pushes. You get some shallow vision on the side that they're going to play to. If they match side, you look to dive them with Nocturne or like play on it with Shenhold. If they don't match side, you force G2 to do something because they're not playing on side and they have to siege, or they have to do Baron. So in this instance, if Cassante is pushing top and you have some wards behind them, you let them siege bot tier 2, you TP behind them, and you'll get a good fight. You know why? Because Na'Vi doesn't have engage. You can't just engage with Nocturne. You need to have Cassante behind with a Shenhold, and then Nocturne can go in. That'll actually make the fight good. So that was the option they had there. And if they don't do that, then they need to feel comfortable here doing the same on the opposite side. Here. Like Cassante fucking ints it and just TPs into a nothing burger, which sucks for the game. But even after that and the game slowing down and Hansama getting Rabadons and all that bad stuff happens, in this sequence now, when G2 stopped the Baron, you have to be ready to do the same thing again. Where is it? Here. Cassante has TP up now again, and Shen gets some shallow vision on top side. So Cassante is pinging bot right now. That's good. I think the way the game works now is Cassante pushes bot very hard, G2 contests mid, and Na'Vi gives a bit of space, and G2 has 2 options now. Option 1, you're on a timer, J spaces and catches bot, or you lose your tier 2. Option 2, you have to start Baron. That's it. But the second Cassante pushes bot, he runs mid. Why? He has to keep going. You have to force G2 into something. And if G2 say, oh, Cassante is pushing bot, we need to get his TP, and they click Baron, you have good TP situations, and you Nocturnal, TP on it with Shenhold on Cassante, and you engage. And that's the only way you can play the game. But it's a fine way to play the game. It's a hard way to play the game, but it's a fine way to play the game. But they don't. The Cassante just groups mid, and then what? No one's pushing bot. Now G2's playing a game where the enemy team is not playing on side lane, when they can only play on side lane, and G2's comp can't play on side lane, in my opinion. That's how I see it, at least. What if G2 runs mid? They can't run mid. They can't run mid, because then they risk, like, Cassante could still TP. Like, again, let's take your opinion. Let's say G2 run mid. Let's say right there, Cassante is pushing bot, and G2 run it down mid right now. That's fine for Navi. They slowly throw Ezreal Qs. They can Cassante TP here. They can Nocturne ult, and then they can, like, flank them from so many angles. It forces G2 to do something. The reason G2 would push mid there is because they're forced to push mid.
I can break this down
Let's
as well.
start with talking a little bit about Major,
yeah.
because I do want to say, despite this game going awry, this is the kind of continued glow up for